Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 79 of Direwolf20's Server Play Series. Unfortunately, it's a quiet night on the server. I think I'm all alone. Oh well, that's okay. Maybe somebody will join me by the end of the episode. Maybe not. Time will tell. So as you can see, we've been not really doing too much around the base here. We left off last episode where I was building this nifty setup right here, which is our Nether Star Generator. This guy is going to be responsible, pretty much, for, dumping out its power and generating tons and tons of RF energy. I've also got a transfer node here, a hyper energy transfer node, that is eventually going to be set up to send power somewhere for uses unknown. Well, they're about to find out what they are because we're going to do that today. So today's episode is all about what are we going to do with this crazy amount of Nether Star power. How many Nether Stars do we have since we've had this Nether Star generator kind of up and running? Let's find out. 721 Nether Stars. Kind of feel like Soren must have been involved in this build because typically when I build stuff, I'm like, I don't see any need more than 10 or 20 Nether Stars. We can probably just, stop when we get to that point and we're pretty good. Soren's like, yeah, I feel like I'd like 721 Nether Stars, and it's probably still running. Let's go find out. So here's our Nether Star Automator. This guy, not entirely sure what his job is. There's a mana tablet here. I don't know where that came from. He is sending mana. There's an open crate. Does this thing have any kind of filter on it? Mana tablets. Okay, cool. Oh, is it like a mana tablet auto refill system? That's probably why when I went over there, it went into my inventory. Fair enough. Not entirely sure what it's for. I guess they're draining mana into here, and then this thing shoots over to the mana pool. Oh, I see. They automated recharging the Bellthorns. Okay. I was like, what are they doing here? What's this all about? I don't understand. But now I get it. When I tested this, by the way, I found that 110 doesn't matter how many Bellthorns you have. The mobs take the same amount of damage. Might be wrong, but, I guess we'll see. This stuff's all still hardened here. How are we for... Alright, so we've got plenty of wither skeleton skulls. That's good. So this thing actually can still run. We've got another 28 here in the interface. The enemy crafting terminal here, accessible. Random explosions nearby are always fun. Here's the portal linking book. I guess the lever? On, off. Trying to figure out how he has this set up. You know what, that looks like probably where the connection is. So I bet if I put a lever like over here on this block or something, it would start making withers. But, like I said, 721 Nether Stars. Don't think we need any more withers at this point. But I guess maybe sometime soon we will. Let's get to building something that should be cool and lots of fun. I want to check out, there's some new and really cool quarry upgrades for the Ender Quarry from Extra Utilities. So we know the basic Ender Quarry right there. You can use all kinds of nifty stuff for it. We can now upgrade it to do a bunch of different stuff. So the quarry upgrade base is typically what you use to upgrade your quarry. So you're going to need some ender infused obsidian, and you're going to need some burnt quartz, which is just going to require, a block of quartz getting smelted. So that's easy enough. Then we can turn this thing into what I believe to be any one of the many different types of quarries available. So one option here we have is the world hole upgrade. As you know, quarries from Extra Utilities replace everything with dirt. So if you add the world hole upgrade, you'll see its power drain multiplier is ×1. So I think that means it doesn't have any multiplier at all, right? Like ×1 means it's the same. I'm assuming that's what he means by his ×1. So that means that it'll create world holes and it'll dig up the dirt and send it to your AE system for you. So that's kind of cool. Silk Touch upgrade, power drain multiplier 1.5, not terrible. Fortune upgrade 1, power drain multiplier 5, 2 is 20, and 3 is 80. That's a huge power drain multiplier, but it also gives you Fortune 3 on your Ender Quarry, which is kind of cool. And then we also have speed upgrades, 1, 2, 3, and finally we have a pump upgrade, which will allow you to, any liquids it encounters throughout the world as it's mining, will get pumped up somewhere and do something, whatever. So long story short, it's going to require huge amounts of power if I want Fortune 3. And I wouldn't mind getting a speed upgrade as well. It looks like he changed the multipliers on the speed upgrades. That's kind of good, because I think they were also pretty crazy. Okay. See, this doesn't make any sense, because if speed upgrade is 1, you would think... Efficiency, huh, is what we need for this. Like, that would mean the power change is nothing? I don't know. I have to poke Tema. Let me go see if I can find him. Alright, no luck so far finding Mr. Tema around, but if he gets back to me, I'll find out what the deal is with that. But here we go, ender markers. So I'm going to need some ender pearls, because we're definitely going to need at least 3 ender markers to mark out our territory on this thing. So next up, let's see, ender... Oh good, we even have some more ender infused obsidian here. So that should be what we need for the ender marker. Right? Yes. That'll get me 1 of them. Cool. We need 3 total. So I'll get those cooking in a minute. In the meantime, ender quarry. For this, I'm going to need, obviously, some ender infused obsidian, diamond etched craziness, so we need some burnt quartz. So how are we for quartz? We are pretty good for quartz. So I'm just going to get a stack. And you won't even notice that I did that. And I'm going to throw them into a redstone furnace. Half in this one, half in that one, if it wants to let me. I thought you just burn the block of quartz to get burnt quartz, right? Smelting, burnt quartz. Block of quartz, burnt quartz. Why don't you want to let me smelt? That's interesting.
You were kicked from the server.
So that's that, and some coal for this thing. Alright, interesting. That's very strange that it wouldn't work in the redstone furnace. Cool. Alright guys, real quick, part of what I need to get here is courtesy of, I need to get some enchanted books, because I want to make that magical wood. So the ender quarry, I've got most of what I need for it already. I've been doing some crafting, but now I need ender cores, which require magical wood, which require enchanted books. So, looks like he's already got some books here, so let's get some. Come on now. Where's the book? Oh, there we go. It's slowly but surely filling back up. Could probably bump this guy down to like level 1. That might be a little bit easier. Nice. Throw those books back there, and I'm back to crafting. Alright, here we go. Ender infused obsidian. We've got our ender quarry. So that's step 1. Obviously, the next step is to get the markers, and that's pretty much what you guys have all seen in the past. But now I want to check out these upgrades. So in order to get a Fortune 3 upgrade, I need to get 2 Fortune diamond pickaxes on a Fortune 2 upgrade, which requires a gold pickaxe of Fortune 1, which requires an iron pickaxe. So I need 1 iron, 1 gold, and 2 diamond, each with Fortune 1. So let's get ourselves those pickaxes and go figure out, is this an iron? No, it's a iron. That's another quartz iron. So 1 iron, 1 gold, and 2 diamond. And of course other things, but these need to be enchanted. So how are we going to enchant these? Well, I could browse Mr. Cuts' area over here and see if he's got some Fortune 1 enchants hanging around. That would be kind of cool. Fortune 1. He does have 3 Fortune 1 enchant books. And this one has Fortune and Looting. So I could copy this. That should work, right? Yeah. Let's copy it. So we'll come over here. We'll throw it in there. There we go. Magic plate. You come here. There we go. And what book would this happen to be? Punch. Okay. So let me get a few copies of this, and we will be back in a minute. Alright, so this is the last book getting copied for a total of 5, and I'm going to go ahead and put that one back. And now I'm being a good direwolf. So let's enchant Fortune 1 on this guy, enchant Fortune 1 on this guy, here, and here. Alright, so now what else was needed? I guess while I'm here, I might as well start this process up. These 2 plus ender pearls. Cool. So that'll start cooking, and now we'll go see what's required for the Fortune 3 upgrade. I wanted to get speed on there, but I know that it might really kind of hurt. So let's just see first what we can do with ender quarry. So the first thing is we're going to need some burnt quartz and some ender infused obsidian. And then for Fortune 1, we need redstone and the Ender Quarry upgrade base. Redstone and redstone. So really all I need is redstone and some more of that Ender stuff. Redstone. Just grab a stack. And the base was burnt quartz, that's right. That's why I was cooking up a stack of that. Cool. And what do I need for the speed upgrade? Oh, I need some speed upgrades. Okay, and an efficiency one. Pickaxe. I think I'm going to go with just the tier 1 speed upgrade. We can always upgrade it later more. But I also want the world hole upgrade, which is going to be a trash can and a couple quartz blocks. So we're definitely going to want a trash can, because I want it to dig a big old hole in the world. And a couple quartz blocks. And then the speed upgrade required speed. Autocraft that for me. Nice. And another diamond pick with efficiency 1 on it. Cool. So let's go see if we have efficiency 1 in here. If not, I believe we have somewhere on the server. I think it's at Cuts' base that has the whatchamacallit thing. So let's see. Efficiency. Oh, there's 8 efficiency 1s. I'm sure he won't mind. You and you for efficiency 1. Alright. Nice. So now we've got these guys. So I want 1, 2, I guess 3 of them, right? And some ender infused stuff. And that should be good. Back in a minute when it's done cooking. Alright, so here we go. We want ender quarry. So for the quarry for fortune, we want this guy with the iron, right? Iron with fortune. And the upgrade base. Cool. And then we want the gold one. And then we want the 2 diamond fortunes. So now we've got a tier 3 fortune upgrade. 80 times the power requirements of a normal ender quarry. Did I mention that? I kind of feel like I should mention that again. 80 times. Alright, world hole upgrade. This will make holes. And then efficiency was the speed upgrades. So those go here and here with the base plus an efficiency. There we go. Speed upgrade 1. Nice. Alright, so we've got all the upgrades we want, right? So the next thing I want to do is manage to get power to wherever we want to go. And for that, I'm personally thinking I would like teleposers. So a regular old teleposer is crafted like this. We need a teleposition focus, and then we need to upgrade it. I want the 3x3 version. So let's get some ender pearls. We're going to want 4 of them in total. And I want 2 to be the tier 1. And here's what concerns me, guys. Soren has a Master Blood Orb filling up here. I don't know if I like that plan too much. I call shenanigans on that plan. So these will be the 2 tier 1s. And now I need 2 tier 2s. So that's 1. See how cool it is having this, like, you know, special thing that crafts just extra fast? I love it. Very cool having a blood altar that crafts this quickly. And there we go, 2 tier 2s. Cool. Teleposer. And we want the tier 1. Go. And I need more ender pearls. I don't know where Soren has an ender pearl access chest, but I know we have a ender barrel with ender pearls in it that I usually come and steal. Yoink. Cool. And teleposition focus. Cool. So let's go find a good place. Probably kind of feeling like a good spot to go would be, I don't know, we'll see. But first I want to... Remember I said we would have a teleposer that was basically right here. Right? And this guy's set, he's going to sit here, and then everything on top of it in a 3x3 area. And I better bind these teleposition focuses by me. Remember, right-click it in your hand to bind it to your character, and then we should be good to go. This thing should be ready to telepose. Sweet. So that should teleport this, and one more thing I want is some energy conduits. Funny story, I was actually going to record this video last night, and I logged into the server, and Tema broke all the conduits on the server. all of them were missing. Like they were there, but like you couldn't interact with them, and they didn't actually work or function. So that was fun, but he fixed it. This time was cool. He fixes stuff very quickly. So this should do 3 by 3 by 3, right? So 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks up. So a 3 by 3 area here will get teleposed. So that whole thing should go. Let's go find a spot in the deep dark to do some digging. Hopefully I can find a spot that's, you know, kind of not taken per se. Do we have a book to the deep dark anywhere? I don't think so. I see we have a book directly to Cuts' house, so Cuts should feel a little nervous about that. Alright, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring a book with me. So I'll be back in a minute, guys. Let me make one. Alright, binding a linking book here, and then I will bring one with me to the deep dark. I should probably get book stands too. Alright guys, this looks like as good a place as any, though there's plenty of nasty guys around here. So I'm just going to link the book, and we'll place this down, and I'm going to grab a magnum torch while I'm back at my base. And then I guess we'll put here, link book that leads to where we're going. Magnum torch. Little did I know that you need a QED for magnum torches now. Alright, let's head back and see what kind of trouble we can get into in the deep dark. Hopefully I can get there before too many mobs spawn around where I picked out my ender to be. We'll place the torch right here, right near the book stand, and then what I'm thinking is that should kind of take care of stuff. So, let's place down... Oh, back in your house. Sorry. Yeah, that was my bad. I logged out with it still in my inventory. So we'll put down the ender quarry here. Now the cool thing about these is they really kind of have almost an infinite range. So let's see. I want to have my ender markers there. And this is going to be X position, no, Z position 962. So let's just make sure we stay on the 962 line. That should be pretty cool, right? 962. And you can see it's connecting to another one because those purple particle effects are kind of going off in the direction of the one it's talking to. So that's good news. And Tema told me these have an infinite range, by the way. I don't know if that's entirely true, but that's what he said. So I'm not even counting out like 64 blocks or anything like I would do with her normal quarry. So this is, by the way, 61? I guess so, 61. So make sure we stay on the X61 line. Let's kind of really go far out there. Talking? Talking. Nice. Alright, and if this is connected properly, what we should wind up seeing... besides taking damage from the Deep Dark's nasty Vashtanarada shenanigans. Ow, ow. There we go. Much better. If we right-click this guy, analyzing fence boundary, found attached ender marker, successfully established boundary, everybody's happy. We can now start accessing this thing. So I'll put the fortune upgrade on this side, I guess. We'll put the hull upgrade here. We'll put the speed upgrade here. As you can tell, this really doesn't leave a lot of room for much else. So what I'm going to do here is make sure I dig down underneath. So if I'm correct, right, 1 block, 2 block, this is where your power pipes are going to come in. So this here should be the layer for this thing, and this here is where our teleposer will go, right? And what I want to configure is the teleposer. I'm going to probably want a button of some sort, but this is one that bounds to dimension 19. This one will bind to this teleposer. So they're ready to swap positions now. So if I clicked this, we would wind up with power coming in, right? And we should start seeing mining occur. But I don't have an ender chest on this guy, so let's go get one. And while I'm doing that, I can, you know, place the link back here so it'll telepose back as I need it to. So this guy is linked to dimension -100, which is the hard-coded dimension ID for the Deep Dark. And then I want an ender chest. ender chest. Of green dye. So this thing should accept pretty much anything, because it's hooked up here with an import bus, and it's got 1, 2, 3 acceleration cards on it. So that's kind of cool. So anything we put in there should quickly get sucked right into the AE system and deposited as needed. Cool. Burnt quartz, don't need that anymore. Don't need any of this stuff. Don't need that or that. Nice. Alright, so are we ready to give this thing a whirl? So we've got that thing. We've got power. We've got a chest to deposit the items in. I really think we're kind of ready to at least test this quarry and see how nice it is with a speed upgrade and, you know, Fortune 3 and all that good stuff. Let's see what happens. You ready? Oh, you know what I forgot? Dire noob is a noob. We're going to automate this to telepose back and forth a little bit, you know, automatically, but for now I need a manual button press. There we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Working? You getting power, Ender Quarry? Oh, right. These guys aren't configured to output power on these faces, as they should be. So this guy will probably want to be, you know what, they all might be the front face. Now this is the right side. There we go. This looks like the front face. This looks like the front face as well. And this looks like the left side. There we go. Power's flowing. You should be getting power now, Ender Quarry. Are you going to work? Oh, I just thought of something. I might not want this here, because he might dig into that energy cell. Well, there's definitely power flowing into it. Yeah, 320 some blocks scanned. It's grabbing all the cobblestone and everything else. It's moving pretty quickly. I don't know where it's starting at. I thought it started here. Doesn't it tell me? Mining at 147,963. Doing what now? Mining at 147,963. Okay, so that should be this way. Okay. So let's see how fast this thing is, huh? Negative 147,963. We should be getting pretty close. We should have passed it. Oh, there we go. Hey now. Oh, cool. That's right. It does a chunk at a time, doesn't it? Oh, boy. Explosions. But look at that. Sweet. It's totally working. So one thing I might want to change up the teleposer a little bit. I don't like the fact... Ow, Bastionarada. That it might mine up my thing. So let's fix that. So I'm like 50% sure that it won't mine this up. It'll mine these blocks, but it won't mine the one that the ender marker's on top of. It mines everything inside the ender marker. So it'll mine here, here, and here, but it won't mine along this line, and it won't mine along this line. I'm pretty sure, maybe not, I don't know. Maybe it, you know what, it actually will probably mine here, here, and here. I don't know exactly what it is. I'm going to say it's probably not going to mine up, and if it does, oh well. Oh hey, look how much power we've drained out of our energy cells. That was quick. Actually, it looks like it's not terribly bad. In single player, I was able to see the Ender Quarry's energy storage, and it was kind of a good indicator of whether or not we were killing it or not. So this thing is holding 20,000 RF. It is a hyper energy node. That's good. It might not be getting as much power as it could. Was one of these still full? Yeah, this one was still kind of full. Even though it's outputting energy, it just... I guess it doesn't need it. Okay. So let's keep an eye on it, and I'll come back in a minute when they're drained. So yeah, once all these things drained, this one was not drained at all, and it still wasn't draining. I had to break it and pick it back up. Not 100% sure why, but we'll see if that continues to be an issue or not, but hopefully it'll be all right. So once this is done draining all the way, I do want to telepose this stuff back. And let's go take a look real quick and see how much progress we've made along the way here. Wow. So this did not really last as long as I had hoped it would. It's clearly not gotten much drained out of it, which is what kind of has me nervous. I mean, I know I'm doing 80 times the power requirement to have Fortune 3 on there. I think 80 times might be a little bit of overkill, because I just burned through 4 resonant energy cells, and I got like maybe a handful of blocks. Whew. So the question is, I mean, given that we have such a large amount of space that we can mine, do we want to stick with the Fortune? I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, we still have tons of power, but that's really not. I mean, that's a lot of power drained. That's a huge amount of power. I expected it to do more than that, and it really didn't. I mean, maybe I could throw like Fortune 1 on there, or even Fortune 2. What was the Fortune 2 upgrade? I mean, that's 20 times as opposed to 80 times. I think Tema was talking about balancing that too and making it a little less, but I have to double check with him. I'm not exactly sure where he stands on that still, because 80 is just a large number. All right, let me come back in a minute. I'm going to decide if I want to keep the Fortune upgrade on there or not. Honestly, I'm kind of the opinion that with that much of a power drain, like it's not even worth it almost to do Fortune upgrade at this point. But let's see. Are you done draining yet? Almost. I really want it to be empty so I can throw 2 Ender Stars in the generator, and then 4 minutes later we'll have 4 fully recharged resonant energy cells. Remember, 2 minutes per Ender Star. I think I could even speed that up a little bit, but I'm going to want to test it. Though I really... How much was the Ender Star generator? It was an Ender Star, unstable ingots, that's right. So they are pretty pricey. I was thinking about getting the 8X version, but I don't think so. All it really does is make it burn through faster, and it's only 2 minutes per Nether Star, right? So I think it's fine. All right, you guys are pretty much empty. The Ender Quarry should be done. Let's telepose back. I don't think I'll teleport with them yet. I still think that's bugged. It teleports you within the same age, but it doesn't work across dimensions, I think. Way of Time is working on that. So if we come back here, we'll grab some Nether Stars along the way. 2 of them should be good. These guys are back. Awesome. And they're all pretty much drained of power, which is what I would expect. They should all be configured to accept power from the bottom, because that's where it's going into it. And we can just pop these 2 guys right in here and get away from here, because ouch, withering. Ouch, withering. Ouch, withering. Wither 3. Oh, Tema. Alright, back in 4 minutes. Alright guys, before I telepose this thing back, I'm going to try removing the Fortune 3 upgrade. And we'll see here that the, let's see, speed upgrade requires the speed 1. I'm going to bump this up to speed 3. So I needed some efficiency 5s, and I need stack upgrades, which requires speed upgrades. Alright, that shouldn't be a problem. There we go. I made the efficiency pickaxes over at Fireball's place. Thank you for the experience, Fireball. And we'll head over to here to see about getting those armor upgrades. So we'll want another set of speed upgrades. And then we want armor upgrades. Is that what it was? Upgrades. Stack upgrades. So 1, 2 of those. Cool. Actually, we already had some, but that's okay. So let's use this here. So this goes here with the efficiency 3. And then this one goes here with the 2 efficiency 5s. So this guy overall is going to double your power use. Not nearly as bad as the 80 times power use that we were seeing a minute ago, but I'm interested to see what speed 3 is going to do to this Ender Quarry, because I think it might be a little crazy. So speed 3 upgrade can go there. Our Ender Quarry is ready to telepose back this power, and he should be booking it. So let's see. Yes, power is draining from 1, 2, 3, 4 energy cells all at once. That's good news. Let's book it over here and see what kind of speed we're getting courtesy of speed 3. Like I said, I'll double check, but I'm of the opinion that Tema said he was going to be changing at some point. Oh wow, look at that. Boom. Oh, it's doing like a column a second. Okay, that is cool. Nice. Dude, that is really fast. That is awesome. Speed 3 is no joke. Alright, now that we know how fast Speed 3 is, and by the way, I approve. I don't think they stack. Like, I don't think I can put 2 Speed 3 upgrades on there, but I'll ask. That would be kind of cool to know. Usually I like to have, like, the mod author around when I'm checking out new content, but he just doesn't have to be around tonight, so I get to figure it out myself. Dude, it is cruising through blocks. And we shouldn't be burning through power that quickly. Yeah, look at that. We've burned through maybe... That one's not even moving anymore. And the reason for that is probably because this thing's filled up to 1,000,000 RF. Yeah. So the fact that this one isn't moving at all is kind of good. It means that we've filled up the buffer on the hyperenergetic transfer node. And I think we're cool. Yeah. We're definitely not using all the power we're providing. And as a result, it means that, you know, eventually we'll run out of power, but it'll just take a while. And we should be getting tons of stuff. Wow, look at that. Dude, that is cool. And the AE system's keeping up with it. That's what's really cool, is the AE system is having no problem handling all this ore and stuff that we're throwing in there, because we've got those 3 acceleration cards on the import bus, and these things should be cooking like crazy. Yep, look at that. Copper ore is coming in. Tons of copper ore, a bunch of tin, some iron. Nice. So for now, I think I'm going to leave it where I manually teleport the things back and forth and insert the nether stars. But I think next episode, I might work on automating that. I'd like to have an on-off switch because I set up a very large quarry and it probably wouldn't hurt to let it just go until we're out. But I kind of want to monitor it for a little bit and just see, like, you know, how many ender stars is it going to take to power this entire quarry for this long? I have no idea. But, you know, that's kind of the plan. Let's let the quarry run, see what kind of crazy stuff we get. Clearly, we should be getting a ton of resources. And like I said, because it's such a large area, like, look, we already cleared out, like, huge amount of area. That's awesome. Yeah, like, this is a whole chunk's worth almost. Like, this was half a chunk's worth. Like, we got this far with the, and it took how long with the fortune upgrade? Now that we've got speed 3, we burned through this chunk, and we've already got almost another one done. And I'd say maybe we've used half our power. Like, maybe. So, speed, obviously, very cool. All right, so I'll be back in a minute. So yeah, I think it's time to wrap up the episode. So clearly we're not really burning through too much power here, and that's kind of the good news. A couple of these are almost empty, a couple of them are rather full still. So when we come back next episode, I'll look at automating this teleposer setup. I have a couple ideas on how I might want to do it. It gets a little complicated because we kind of want to measure the power in all 4 energy cells. So we're going to want to keep an eye on all 4 of them and only telepose when all 4 are empty and all 4 are full. So it's going to require a little bit of work, but I think I've come up with a good plan for how I can do it. So we'll see that next episode. For now, Direwolf20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.